Hello everyone, today I'm making a hamburger pizza. Now I haven't been to the grocery store in a couple days. Goddamn dishwasher keeping me here until after it closes. We get done at 9, he's got like an hour or so to clean till like 10, and then the grocery store closes at 10 o'clock. So I'm always screwed every single night. So first thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to make it Sicilian style, and then we'll go over what the recipe is. So get a nice dough ball, 1 pound dough ball, all flat, floured up. You're going to roll it left and right. We want to make it on this quarter tray here. So we're going to roll this left and right. We're going to get it about the size of that screen, or that tray, excuse me. We want to make it nice and rectangular. Let's see if I can't roll it really good. It's going to take a minute. There we go. That should be good enough like that. All right, now you're gonna take a damp paper towel. Add some of that water. A little more than damp, but that's okay. You're gonna flip this over the bottom side of your pizza. We want to double flour this, so we're gonna take the damp paper towel, rub some of it on here. We're not really removing the flour, but we're double layering this in flour. Okay, toss that. Put on some more flour here. I'm gonna give it a nice heavy coat. There we go. Flip. We'll leave it like that for a second. Now we want to oil up our tray. Now when I made a pizza video, oh Christ, it's been like 6 months ago, somebody actually asked me in the comments, how do you put the oil on the pizza? Well, this is it. We literally take a sponge and we put a nice layer of oil on there. If you just take a little brush and you only put a light layer on there, it's not going to come out right. It's going to stick. You want it to be kind of, not deep frying in it, but you want it to be bubbling in this. I think that's good. We'll put that back in there. Take our dough and we're going to flip it over right into here. See if I can't even it out a little bit. Now I'm just going to kind of fit this tray here. Now with the half sheets, what I usually do is tighten up the corners a bit. There we go. If it's going to slide, you want to do your best to pull the corners back out and get them as close to the edge as you can. There we go. All right, now that should be good. Now if this was like a normal Sicilian pizza, you put like tomato, oregano, shit like that on it. No, we're putting a white pizza, so it's garlic butter, Parmesan cheese, and garlic powder. So you see my garlic butter here, we want to shake this up. Don't shake this up like a 13-year-old girl going like this. You want to do like a bartender shake over your shoulder and shake it really good. Alright, it's all mixed up. Get this on the pizza. Nice coating of this. Put down a little bit more here. There we go. Now we want to get the yellow mustard on there. You can use Heinz, French's, whatever you feel like. You want to do a layer of this. Almost out. I think this will be the end of the mustard. Not good enough. Toss that. Same thing with the ketchup. We'll go right in between the layers with the ketchup here. I might have to get another bottle. There, we'll fill in our spots. Go right up crust here. It's gonna be a little funky on that side, but that should be alright. We'll get a little bit down there. There we go. Pull this corner back up. Don't be shy to really pull on these. It's not gonna hurt nothing. Alright, now we gotta put on the Parmesan cheese. You can use fresh grated, which I have a fresh thing here, or you can just use the already done up store Parmesan cheese. You want to put quite a bit on here. There we go. And then a little layer of garlic powder. Go. Now we want to get our cheeses on here. We want to do, reaching in for it, nice handful of mozzarella cheese. Probably that should be alright. This one's going to be a little extra cheesy. Pull that corner again. Yeah, wrecked it a little bit. Then you want some cheddar cheese on here. So just a little handful of cheddar cheese, just for coloring. There we go. Now I cooked up some burger in, crumpled it a little bit. I still like it in the nice thicker chunks. I cooked it in Montreal steak seasoning. You can do it in whatever you feel. I like the Montreal though. Could be a sponsor. Maybe someday. And that was probably a quarter-pound burger I got on here. We do serve this. We don't serve it in this size. We do it in the half sheet and full sheets. But I wanted to try this Sicilian style. And I wanted to try this burger pizza too. I've never actually had it. Now the last thing we got to put on it is the bacon. Put some bacon on there. Move it around a little bit. There we go. And we're going to bake this. Now my oven is obviously an industrial one, and it cooks at 720 at about like 450 to like 455. We want to cook this for about like 10-12 minutes. So I'm going to put this, let this run through, and then we're going to push it halfway back. So we're going to push it to about this screw here. So we're going to push about like 4 screws back. So I'm going to let that cook in here. Now there is one other thing we have to prep. Actually, technically 2. Let's go get those. Now what's the one thing in here that we don't microwave? Exactly. We're going to brown the lettuce up on the stove. We got to do it the correct way. So let me wash my pan and we're going to get some lettuce on this pizza. Alright, now I thought I was going to be sauteing it, but you know what? We're going to do this the better way. We're going to flame up the lettuce. I guess fire roasted. It's not grilled technically. But we got to have some nice done up lettuce. Hopefully it don't catch on fire. Get it from this side. Make it nice and toasty. See, those char marks are exactly what we're looking for. There we go. A little bit more. Woo! Alright, that should be good. Now we got our lettuce and we have pickles. We're actually going to put pickles on the top of this too. So we'll come back when it's closer to getting done. I don't know how well you can see in there, but I'm starting to get some bubbles. So what I want to do is poke the bubble. Poke all the bubbles in there. That's not too bad. Little one over there. One right in the back. Alright, we still got a while on this anyway. Now here it is coming out of the oven the first time. I'll move my camera up a little bit. It looks good, but it's definitely not cooked all the way. I can probably lift up the bottom of it. It's nice and brown on the bottom, but I can feel the dough is still really soft. So we want it to obviously extra cook. Push it back. Keep going. About right there. It's finally came out all the way. Look at this. This looks nice. I'm gonna take this off of here. Shake it a little bit, make sure it's not stuck. We'll flip. Set that right there for right now. Now where is my pizza cutter? How do I want to cut this? First I gotta dab a little bit of this grease off of here. Now some of you might like the grease, but I don't like the grease as much. My customers always bitch if there's too much grease on a pizza. There we go. Alright, cut it in half long ways. Can't cut all the way through it tonight. I'm blaming this camera. I'm gonna cut, what is it, 1, 2, I think so. Probably cut 3. No, we'll just cut 1, 2. There we go. One more cut. Yeah, I'm feeling like a fat ass anyway. I'll take the big cut here. Now we gotta add 1 pickle per slice. Actually, I'm gonna do 2 on these. Don't dice the pickles up. If somebody doesn't like them, then they can't take it off if you dice the pickle up. So let's get this, and this, and put a couple here. Now, if you want, you can add the lettuce to one of your slices. So we'll hide that. We'll cover it with the lettuce. Now, obviously, I probably won't eat it with the lettuce, but I'm gonna let this cool for a minute and then we're gonna try some. All right, it's been a few minutes here. I'm gonna give this a try. It looks really nice. Try it with the pickle. Hot. You know what? I didn't think it'd actually be that great. Because I'm not a mustard guy, but it mixes well with the ketchup and the garlic. And you taste the nice crispy bacon on it. The crust itself is beautiful. It's nice and crispy. It's nice and cheesy. Like I said, I normally won't like the mustard taste, but it's not that overpowering. It's actually really, really good. Even with the pickle, it's fine. A little overpowering for that, but let's try it with the grilled lettuce. See if I can't get it a little bit on there. Sorry. The lettuce is funny. It tastes like, you know when you go to like Burger King or McDonald's or some shit, and you know the burger's been sitting there for like 2 hours because the lettuce is all wilted? That's exactly how it tastes, obviously. But it's really good. You want some, Dean? Here. Nice. Let me know what you think of it. Nice and crunchy. Nice and crispy. You're gonna devour that whole thing. And he just had a slice of pizza before this too. Well, enjoy. Big ups me for the video. Hello everyone, today I'm going to be making King Cobra's Cheeseburger Calzone. We're going to have a war of the cheeseburger pizzas. Let's see if his is better than mine or if mine's better than his. So the first couple things you're going to need 2 of the Pillsbury Doughboy pizza crust. This is locally sourced pizza dough. You don't want to get anything from a restaurant. You want to make sure that you get these. Get some pepperoni. Hormel's the good stuff. We actually use Hormel. Cook up some burger and some bacon. Make sure you leave the grease. We're going to use that grease later. You're going to need some mozzarella cheese, this Slap Yo Mama seasoning, and Tony's Creole seasoning. I probably should have used the Zetterans, but we'll do it with the Tony's. We'll see if it's any good. You're going to need spray cheese. Thank God I bought that. And you're going to need Prego roasted garlic Parmesan. You specifically have to get this. If you don't get this, don't make the recipe. I had to go to 5 different grocery stores to find this shit. So this better be good. Now you might be wondering, why are you putting this on a pizza? This is for spaghetti sauce. Don't question it. This man is a genius, maybe. You're going to need pizza Pringles, and then obviously you're going to need some Doritos. Now, before we even start making any of this, I have to make a classic Cobra drink combo. So he usually uses some kind of IPA, but we're going to go with the good stuff. We're going to open up some Rolling Rock. We're going to pour half into our cup here. There we go. And now you want to get regular flavored Mountain Dew. Don't use the special kinds for this. Just regular Mountain Dew. Wait for that to bubble down a little bit. Actually, don't even wait. Just start pouring that Mountain Dew right in there. If you got an IPA, like you don't really like to drink, or you think somebody's IPA sucks, just mix it with some Mountain Dew. That's obviously going to take a minute for that. Hopefully it comes up soon, but it's looking pretty nice. We're going to save the rest as Rolling Rock. We're going to need it. So about half and half. Take a while for the foam anyway. So while we're waiting on the foam to go down, I'm going to start making this pizza. So I got the pizza crust here. Now, I don't know how to use a can opener. Maybe, is this how you open these things, right? No. I sort of got it out. Let's see if can't use the can opener on this side here. Come on, can we get it open? It's not holding on the can opener. Hang on, I got something we can use. Alright, I got my utility knife here. If you got a little shotgun shell one, you can use that too. I'm just going to cut the side of this right open. Just be careful you don't cut yourself when you're cutting this open. Ooh, almost did. Take this. There we go. There, now it's open. Pop this open somehow. Oop, lost a little bit of that. There we go. Now we got our nice pizza dough. We want to unroll it onto our pan. Now if you have a pizza stone, you want to put that in the oven. Well, actually, you want to build it right on the pizza stone. You obviously don't put the pizza stone in the oven. That would just be silly to preheat up. Speaking of which, I actually need to start the oven. So it's a good thing I reminded myself. A little thin there, but that's alright. Alright, let me turn on the oven. Give me just a second here. Actually, I probably want to spray the bottom of this too. With this. There, that should be a little bit better. Now since our drink mixed up, I'm going to have a little sip of this bad boy. Huh, it tastes like water. Actually, still kind of tastes like piss, but that's okay. Alright, so the first thing we want to do is we want to mix some of the Slap Yo Mama and Tony's seasoning on a plate. We're going to go a little heavier with the Tony's than with the Slap Your Mama stuff. There we go. You want to do a pinch of the Slap Yo Mama stuff, but Obviously a little bit more than a pinch. Careful you don't spill it everywhere. Now this might be the spice that Cobra smokes all the time, or at least that his trolls say that he smokes. So that's why I'm curious to have this. I think I want a little bit more layer. Just kind of do a little bit more here. There's that. A little bit more of this. There we go. Alright, looking good so far. Now we want to get our garlic parmesan on here. And when you hear the top pop, that's when we know that the can is nice and fresh. My hands were a little greasy, so I was having a hard time with it. Just slap this right on. Do it a little heavy. If you have to, just take your hands, put this away, take your hands and kind of roll it out a little bit there. And you got your shirt, so just wipe it right on your shirt. You'll be good to go. That gives it the extra flavoring when you wipe it on your hands. Alright, now we need to put some cheese down. So we'll do a little bit of this mozzarella first. There we go. Now, I don't remember the exact order this all goes in, but it's all going in our stomach. It should be fine. I'll put a little bit of this yellow sharp cheddar in here. There we go. We gotta get a little bit of this spray cheese in here. This is the good stuff. Just do a line. Okay, what is next? We'll start, we gotta put in our Pringles. Just get a couple of these Pringles out here, open it up, nice a fresh one. You gotta have a fresh one for this. You can't just do a shitty one. Take a nice stack, just crush them right in here. Get a little bit more. There we go. Now we're looking good. Again, you can just wipe this all over your clothes. It's not going to hurt nothing. Now we got to get a little bit of these nacho flavored Doritos. Like another handful or so. Crush this right on our pizza. Oh yeah. Now we're looking good, tubes. We're looking good. Now let's get some of this bacon. I don't think I have anything else besides the bacon and the pepperoni and the burger to put in. Crunch some of this up. Probably could have cooked another piece of bacon, but you know what? We'll be okay. Try and get a slab of bacon throughout the whole thing. That should be good enough. Alright, we want to take all this burger meat, and with all the grease, we want to put it right on here. Slap the burger meat all over the place. Get that grease off your plate or your pan with your hands. That gives it the extra natural flavoring that you need to make this really, really good. Alright, we got that. Put a little bit of pepperoni. I gotta wipe it on my clothes again. Put pepperoni on here. We're just gonna do 2. Actually, you know what? Fuck it, we'll do 3. Oh yeah. Now I'm just going to put a light little layer on the top here, just for my own personal preference, just the mozzarella cheese. I don't think he actually puts another layer on this part of it. Alright, now that we got the inside done, We need to get our crust out one more time. Still don't know how to open this. That's why we got the knife here. What if I bang it? God damn it, it doesn't work. So we'll just cut it with my greasy ass hands. There we go. There, we popped her open. Alright, let's just cover this bad boy up. I got my pizza cutter. I'm just gonna cut off some of these edges here. This is just personal preference. You obviously don't have to cut the edges off. I want to try and make it look somewhat pretty. Alright, now that we got it all closed up, a little extra dough here, which I'm not going to use for anything. We still got to do one more awesome thing to it. We got to put a little bit more of this roasted garlic parmesan right on the top. Here we go. If you have to, remember, take your hands, just do a little bit right on the top there. Oh, perfecto. Put that right there. Wipe my hands on my shirt again. We want to take both of our cheeses, cover the top of this. Actually, you know what? Fuck, I forgot the one thing. We want to put a little bit more of that Tony's of the spice of life. I'm going to call it that. We'll put a little bit more of this on the top here. A little bit more of this. There. That was actually supposed to go first, but it doesn't really matter. It's all going to come out the same. Get our cheese on the top here. Need a little bit more of this sharp cheddar on the top. And then we need some more pepperoni right on the top of this bad boy. We're just going to do 3 pepperonis. Get this going here. Alright, let's take a look at how our oven's at. Oh shit, we missed the 420, but we're at 430, so this should be good enough to put in. Now when I put it in, I'm probably going to have to extra cook it. So we'll let it go through once, the 7.5 minutes. Then we'll probably push it back again, see if it got nice and crispy or not. So let's take this, we'll run it right through. Put it in there. There we go, say goodbye. Alright, now while we're waiting, we're gonna make a drink combo. Now, if your Rolling Rock and Mountain Dew sucks, which it kind of does, or whatever beer you mix, I'm gonna make a drink that I'm gonna call it That's What's Up Homeboys. So if you ever come and order it, hey, I might know how to make it. So you're gonna need 2 parts rum, Captain Morgan, and a nice goblet. So there's 1. There's 2 parts Jack Daniels. 1 half, that's a half of 1 fucking ball. There we go. You're gonna need some Rolling Rock, so we'll just finish out half the Rolling Rock in there. And then you're gonna need to do a super combo. You're gonna need the red, white, and blue Mountain Dew for this. So let's get all these open. Now, you may have noticed I've drank out of some of these already. I wanted to see how they taste. But we got to do this the triple pour style. There we go. We got a little less of the white in there, so we'll put a little bit more in there. Now, this is a drink you share with your homeboys, or specifically, you share with your warlord, since he's been doing half of your work for your wands. Now, are your wands really that have any magic attached to them if a warlord's making them and not the Dark Lord himself? So since I don't have anybody to drink with, I'll stir it a little bit, see if I can. Oh yeah, this is definitely a potion here. I'll put one straw for you guys, so drink up, and I'll have one for me. Honestly, this is not the most disgusting thing I've ever had. It's it is kind of stomach turning a little bit, but it's, you mostly taste the Rolling Rock and this stupid ass mystery flavor, and more of this blue kind than anything, mostly because that's probably what got poured in the most, was the blue kinds. Oh, looks like some of it's leaking out. Oh fuck, I didn't know this goblet has a leak in it. Well, our pizza's almost done, so we'll try and drink this before it leaks all over the place. So here it is, one of the ways through. It actually looks pretty good. It's cooked most of the way through, but I'm gonna push it back just a little bit, just to make sure that's nice and done. Honestly, this isn't the most offensive drink I made, and the pizza is almost done too. See, I just pushed it back just a little bit, get that cheese nice and golden brown on here. So I'm gonna take this out now. Let me grab my gloves. There we go. Oh yeah, that's actually pretty marvelous looking. All right, the tray's still hot, but we're gonna cut it into 4 pieces. Oop, fucking thing. Cut it once. Get it all the way through. A little stuck on that side. I always do this. I always wrap the crust around here. Cut right down the middle pepperoni here. There you have it. I'm gonna take, what's the most retarded looking one? I'm gonna take this one right here. I'm gonna let it cool for a minute. You can't see because of all the fucking cheese, but it is nice and cooked all the way. Like I said, I can't see inside because all the fucking cheese and pepperoni from the top. But we'll let it cool for a minute and we'll see how it tastes. All right, it's cooled down a little bit, a couple minutes here, which should be good for me. Looking pretty good. Now, if you don't trust it as actually drinking this, I want you to see my face to this. Like I said, it's not the worst thing in the world. You can taste that Rolling Rock and shit like that in it. I think Cobra would actually drink this fucking thing if you put a little bit of like a pineapple juice or something in it. Actually, you know what? The sweet flavor from the red Mountain Dew and the blue one's probably good enough. I mean, if I drank this whole thing, it would make my stomach churn. But it is good enough for that. Little fly floating around. Fuckers. I gotta cut this one more time. That's too big of a piece. Can't one-hand that. There, now I can take this piece here. Now, before we dig in, we have to season our mouth first. We gotta season our mouth before we eat anything. Just like you prep the bowl for your wife, season your mouth before the pizza.
Oh my god, the sauce.
Ah, there we go. Let's take a bite. Oh, hang on, let me get a better bite than that. Is that Tony Lou's? Or was it that sauce? Oh, hang on, I need a quick drink. Let's try it again. It's got a little too much of the spice on it. I only got a little chunk, obviously. See if I can't get a little bit more. The chips don't work inside of it. Like my Mountain Dorito pizza, they're a little soggy. And I definitely put a little too much of that salty shit in there. It is intensely salty. Woo. I imagine this is how he felt during the spicy fish pizza. some of the burger. It's nice and crispy though. Actually, from the couple bites I had, besides me putting too much of the Slap Yo Mama and the Tony's on it, it's actually not too bad. Is it better than mine? I don't think so. But I'll let you decide, you two. Whew. That was a little spicy. I don't know why my stomach just turned a little bit earlier. It's kind of weird. Maybe because of that stupid ass drink there. But I'll eat some more of this and I'll let you know if anything changes. So I opened it up a little bit just to try and eat some of the parts out of it. And it's, I'd give this about a 5 out of 10. It's definitely a mixed bag. It's too spicy for me. Maybe I put too much of that seasoning on it. The chips don't work at all. But if you took out the chips, obviously this would be more realistic. And I think it would actually be pretty good if you took out the chips. But I'll give him some credit. He had a half decent idea, and it doesn't work out. It didn't work out too bad. Like, it's not the worst thing I've ever tasted. It's a lot better than his cheesy pasta that I had. But hey, good try. 5 out of 10. Not better than my pizza though. All right, he's ready to try it. It's a little scuffed because I never told him what was in this one, and I've been teasing him all night about it, making him very nervous. So I reheated some of it up. Yeah, I put a little too much of the, there's Tony Creole seasoning in there, and there's Cajun spice in there too. Can you tell what's in there?
I'm tasting real.
Yeah, you can taste that. It's a little salty. But I'll tell you what's in it, and then you tell me what you think of it. It's got Creole seasoning, Cajun seasoning, mozzarella cheese, sharp cheddar cheese, cheese whiz, garlic parmesan, roasted garlic parmesan Prego sauce, pepperoni, cheeseburger, bacon, the grease with the cheeseburger and the bacon, the Pillsbury dough, and then you put more of the stuff on the top of it. Oh, it also has pizza Pringles and Doritos in it. What do you think? How would you rate it? And then compared to the other cheeseburger pizza you had the other day, how would you rate that?
I'd say I'll give it a 7. I'll give it a 7. It tastes good, but it's a little salty.
You'll give it a 7. If it wasn't as salty, which could have been me subconsciously fucking up the pizza, what would you give it?
I'd give it an 8.
You give it an 8?
I mean, I'll eat just about anything. So like.
But what about the other pizza then?
The other pizza, I'd go 9. At least a 9.
So that one was better than this?
Yeah, I like that one.
Oh, good. Well, enjoy the rest of that if you can handle all the salt. If you can't, just toss it.
Probably have a stroke if I keep eating.
Now, you have to season your mouth before you eat. But son of a bitch.